I'm Katie Clancy, Chief House Hawker for the Cape House at William Ravis.
And I'm Sarah Lapsley Martin of T. Martin Lapsley with Kinlan Grover Real Estate. And this is What's Good Cape Cod, where we show you the Cape through the eyes of a couple of locals.
Every week, we tell you about a person, a place, and a thing that we think you should know about.
So this week, we talk about a brilliant idea that was born from the shutdown, keeping the arts alive during COVID, and possibly the biggest Instagrammer on Cape Cod.
Yep. So our person, Sarah, this is funny because we both know this person.
Yes.
But you've actually never met her. And I haven't seen her in 20 years.
Yeah. So
why don't you start?
Right. So our person is Lissy Perna, Lissy Perna. So I haven't met her in person, but I love following and interacting with her. She runs Get Outside Cape Cod, and she's inspiring people of all ages to get outside and explore. And so when I reached out to her, I was like, oh, I want to feature you. She's like, I actually know Katie.
Yes, because Lissy has grown up here, and before she was Get Outside Cape Cod, and before I was a real estate agent, I was a teacher, and she was a student. She was my student. I taught that girl how to pen ducks.
Everything she knows, yeah.
I taught her everything she knows. No, I did not. In fact, she is super amazing. I love that she's doing this. I had been following her anyway.
Right.
But I had no idea that she had taken it up a level, and she really got kind of very not formal, but like she got serious about what she's up to. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about?
Yeah, she has. So she's a native Cape Codder. She grew up in Brewster. She's now raising two young boys here that are 3 and 7. She worked actually in banking before, and then her second child was born, and she became a very busy stay-at-home mom with the 2 boys. Growing up, she always had this love of nature, and it really came from her dad, who would bring the family on nature hikes and camping in New Hampshire, and would teach them about the history of Cape Cod. One thing I thought that was really cute that she said he did was in the middle of the night, he would like wake them up just to get like a little glimpse of the meteor showers. So now she does that with her kids. And that was one of my favorite things growing up, is getting to stay up late or woken up to like check out the night sky. So
yeah.
And so, when COVID hit, obviously lots of things changed, and she was at home 24/7 with the boys. So they spent even more time outside because you got to get these boys outside running around.
I just can't even imagine. No. I thought girls are hard, but boys, when they're little, are a lot of energy.
They have a lot of energy. So good thing that she could bring them outside. And, the whole way this whole Get Outside Cape Cod blog, social media started was that she would post her adventures on her personal pages, and people would be like, oh, where's that trail? Or how do you get to this beach? So she decided to, make a blog to share the adventures, and not just share the trails, but actually directions how to get there, where to park, the length and difficulty of a trail, and also, cool and exciting landmarks.
Yep.
So it's just awesome to follow her. And I get so many ideas of places that I can go, where might be a great place for live, what might be a little more difficult, and where they are. So
you actually posted something. We were talking last week. You're like, oh, Lissy just posted a thing about the labyrinth in Chatham. And like, we'll probably end up featuring that.
Yeah.
And then when I went and looked at what she posted, she was like, it's stroller friendly. I think she said it was dog friendly.
Yep.
Like, if you can, if you've got kids or dogs or whatever, or, mobility issues or whatever, she's just awesome.
Agreed. Yeah. And I've never been to Chatham Labyrinth, and now I want to go.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
And one of the things she had said to me was that she said, living on Cape Cod, we have countless options to explore nature with hiking trails in every town, the National Seashore, the rail trail, miles of shoreline to walk, and I want everyone to be able to enjoy that. I'm hoping that my blog will empower people to get outside and try a new trail or experience. And I think she's done exactly that.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Empowering everyone to get outside no matter the weather. It's not just
she was out. She had those boys out in that like super cold day we had. We said I want to get my dogs out.
They're all bundled up. They got to go outside.
Oh no, she does it right. Yeah.
Yes. And she actually said since last spring, her and the boys have walked over 400 miles of trails in every town on the Cape, which is, what an amazing feat that is. And they're not just getting the fresh air, but they're learning it. So they're learning about plants and animals, and they can tell you about the tide and like about plant species. So they're learning so much.
I will ever be.
Yeah, I know. Like, can you come teach our kids?
Right? Like that's just so awesome. And she has some swag too, doesn't she?
Yeah. So she really, thinks it's important, which this is, I totally agree, of children to grow and learn about nature. So then they want to protect it as an adult. So she has these magnets and stickers. A portion of the sales go to the Association to Preserve Cape Cod.
Yep.
And their vision, I looked up what their vision is a carbon neutral Cape Cod where waters are restored and protected, natural landscapes and wildlife habitat are preserved, and where growth respects the character of town centers and rural lands. So such a great organization to support.
Yes, absolutely. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
So we can buy these hopefully we'll have a link for you guys to buy these, to connect with Lissy, to just see some of the adventures and take some of them.
Follow her and get inspired to get outside.
Oh my gosh, so cool. Lissy, we love you.
Yes.
All right. So from one cool person and a lot of places to another place with a cool person in it.
Yes.
And that would be Dot to Dot Art Workshop in Harwich.
Yes.
So Miss Alex, did I meet Miss Alex at Laurel School or at camp? I can't even remember how we connected.
She's amazing. I love her. She's the best.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was her dream to start this studio where kids, an inspiring space for the community to connect and share the creative experience. So she does art education. She says she spreads joy through art, and she absolutely does. So she is an art teacher, has been an art teacher at multiple places on Cape, and she has this great studio. And like many businesses during COVID, it was touch and go for a while. I mean, you've got a place where people, specific, a lot of kids in particular, are together, and like she had to figure out how to make that work. But she did. She figured out how to keep having classes and keep having things go on. So when Ellen was smaller, we did art classes there for sure. We did birthday parties.
That's fun. They do birthday parties. What a great, cool idea.
Like we would get there, and like she's not encumbered by like a curriculum or anything like that. So she just blows the doors off of like the kids can really create as artists in the place. And like little babies like Liv's age.
I know, I'm gonna have to get her to go.
Have to up to adults. In fact, I was scrolling through her Instagram, which is beautiful, no surprise. And someone had inquired about doing a Zoom paint night, adult Zoom paint night. And, boy, I'd rather do it in person, but heck, I'll do it in Zoom too. Right. Like gather your materials, gather your wine, gather your girls, and let's do this. Like
exactly.
I'm so proud of the fact that she had this mission. She kept it going just in regular times, and then has been able to continue during COVID. And I don't know. No, don't you? She just hired someone.
Yes. So funny story. So we just
all these weird
sold a house at the end of last year to someone that was an art teacher in New Jersey. She retired. She moved to Cape Cod. We found her perfect house on Harwich, and she just started working at Dot to Dot. So I love it. She's so excited to join the team there. And I know that she loves the open curriculum and just having the creativity there.
Yes, Miss Susan. So welcome, Miss Susan.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know who's going to be running our paint night, but it's going to be good.
Yes, exactly.
So that's Dot to Dot in Harwich. Go say hi to Alex for us. All right. So that's we had a person, we did our place. Now our thing, this is the coolest thing. And it's also kind of a person and kind of a place, but we put it in the thing category, and it's Capeology. Yeah. And if you're watching us on Instagram, if you don't already know about Capeology, you must. So it's Capeology, the person who runs Capeology is possibly the biggest Instagrammer on Cape Cod. Now, I don't know I have actually not looked to see who else locally has more followers. Right. But she's pushing 100,000 followers. It's crazy.
It's amazing.
So what we like to, tell people, obviously, Sarah and I fangirl over a lot of different business owners because there's people doing amazing stuff on the Cape. One of them, obviously, most recently, Sarah Mason at Cape Cod Nail Co.
Yep, love her.
Her from episode 7, I think. But the founder of Capeology, I think, kind of a queen.
It's amazing what she's done. It's truly amazing.
Yeah. we're not going to share her identity, and we'll get to that in a minute.
Yes.
So her story is this. She was a summer kid turned year round. That's what I was.
Yep.
Is a great photographer. She makes jewelry. Her photography started to get a lot of attention. She obviously loves the Cape and was expressing that through her photography. And other people would be like, oh, that's awesome. And then the people would be tagging each other and posting each other's stuff. And all that sort of cooperative mojo started to grow organically. And like I said, she's got almost 100,000 followers. But what was really cool is what she started doing. First of all, it inspired her to get the business she had been talking about. She thought the business was going to be her jewelry business, which she does have, these gorgeous little, really delicate Cape Cod rings and other pieces of jewelry. Yes. But she started doing giveaway promotions in partnership with other businesses. Mm-hmm. And so, Sarah, you did that early on with her. Why don't you tell everybody, how do those giveaway promotions work?
So you basically partner up with her, and she does it for all different local businesses. So, since I'm in real estate, I didn't really have something to give away. So I partnered with a local restaurant. And so it would be that she promotes it. The people on Instagram would follow me, they would follow the restaurant, and then we do the giveaway, which is the fun part about it. We get to pick a winner. Yep. She has grown and grown and grown, as you said, now up to so many followers. But in the meantime, she has helped so many local businesses. So it's outstanding what she's done and the growth that she's had organically. I mean, it's impressive. I mean, for someone to do that.
So Sarah, my marketing assistant, Lily, right?
Yeah. Yep.
She's like addicted to Capeology. She's like, I can't stop entering the contest there.
Me too.
She enters every single time. So what that means is she's entering, she's sharing it, because you have to tag 2 friends, you have to use a hashtag or whatever, which is pretty easy to do.
Easy to do on Instagram.
And so obviously it's getting the business owner more followers, yada, yada. But she said she's won twice.
What? I haven't won at all.
I know. Really? You have to be committed, Sarah. Talk to Lily. She's like on it.
But also, I know for me, it introduces me to new businesses that maybe I didn't know about the Cape. I'm like, oh, look at this new business. And then I go follow them and they're my new favorite thing, So
it's 100% true. Like if you want, so first of all, if you're watching us right now, you've come to the right place to start to figure out what is good on Cape Cod. Right. That's what we're telling you.
Yes.
Now, if you want to take that up a notch, follow Capeology. Between the 2 of us, you will have all of the scoop that you need to have a really good time and actually help the community here be engaged and just feel like part of things here. You really will. But one more thing about Capeology before we go. So obviously, Sarah and I, you and I are super into Capeology, her concept, what she's done, and also her humility. Like we knew it was hard to find her. Like we're trying to find a story about me. Nothing.
No info.
Sure. You can hardly find a name, a first name, much less a last name. Yes. So we finally reached out to her on Instagram because we wanted to feature her and elevate her. We're so pleased with what she's done. And she politely declined to be a full feature. She said, this isn't about me. This is about the Cape and about the people. And I was like, you're such a better person than I am. I was like, sure.
We were kind of like, well, we want to share you with everyone. Come on.
And she's like, no, sorry, not going to do it. So this is the best. This is the best that we can do. But please, she's the real deal. It is all good stuff. Go there. If you're really, really into it, like Lily is, you might even win something.
Yes.
But as a business owner, it's a great partnership to make. And the best way to reach out to her is right on Instagram. Just DM her.
Yeah.
And subscribe and definitely follow her if you want to win anything.
Yes.
So, all right. That's all we have for this week. So now you know what's Good Cape Cod. Follow us on Instagram and hit subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube. And before long, you'll know Cape Cod like we know Cape Cod.